Hey, good evening, future people. I just come in today, and it has been a very busy day for so many people I know around Australia and around the world. The program is one of those programs that we came to share. A very important thing about Nigeria independence. So after 61 years, you will try to reflect how the Nigerian country is progressing, the life of the people, and everything about Nigeria. Before then, we'll kind of touch back on things that been going on around Australia. So try to touch back on things that be going back around Australia. Like you guys know that Australian Prime Minister just told us that if many of us have shots, that soon we'll be, seeing the next country. So our border will be closing soon, opening soon, sorry. So I'll be very happy to see our border open soon, guys. And again, Nigeria just had their independence celebration today. So maybe a few hours ago, they just finished their independence celebration. A lot of things have gone on. I hope that we can, learn one or two things there as the country continue to fight and try to, progress, how the country can move forward or not move forward. I don't know. But tonight, I also have a very notable brother who, join me tonight to share in depth about this Nigerian thing. So I hope we'll make him feel welcome. And wherever you are, when you're listening to this program, please share and get educated. But please, all views, and you may not have all the information, just respect his view. And yours also will be respected. Thank you. And I will welcome Bro Emmett into today's studio. Hey, bro.
Hi.
Happy good evening. Good evening, bro.
What's going on?
Not much, bro. Very nice to see you tonight. It's a wonderful program that we talked about the independence of Nigerian and a lot of things have been going on. The 61 years of independence. Could you imagine a man of 61 years still struggling to stand? So it's something
that's how the system structured. So
yeah. Anyway, before I start this program, do you mind I ask you how you feel about the Prime Minister telling people they can jet out, once they have the second jab and things like that, November?
Look, I think that's a very fair call by the Prime Minister Scott Morris. At least if you have the second shot, they're supposed to allow you to fly out. I mean, the idea of the second shot is for you to have the full VAS. So when you get the full VAS, you're supposed to be able to move around. That would not immune from getting sick. You can sick, but you're not gonna die. So probably that is the idea of the vaccine anyway. That's a very good call for Australia to start to move. Other part of the world, they start to move around at the moment, apart from us. So I think the Prime Minister make the right decision for those that already have the second shot of the VAS to continue their movement, continue living their normal life. I think that is a great welcome by such announcement this week. So pretty good.
All right, that's awesome. Yeah. We hope that people will utilize this and be able to to go and get vaccine. Like I told you, you convinced me. I was a bit worried.
I can't convince you, but look, let me just go back to this, right? A lot of people say the vaccine is kind of controversial to a lot of people. People of faith and people believe this like maybe CCC, so the government going to controlling them. But look at a lot of people be taking vaccine for generations, right from kids. Even in Australia, there was a time, I think when Tony Abbott was a minister of health, no vaccine, no pay for your children. And even though some people normally take vaccine from the age of maybe 6 months to when they turn 18, whatever. So be going around. Because of the scale of this vaccine, it's actually produced in a very fast method. And that's the reason why people are worried or concerned about this COVID-19 vaccine. Usually vaccine process take about 5 years to develop. and people worry because it was too fast, like too furious, and that's the serious concern about people. And in the beginning too, the AstraZeneca and the Pfizer vaccine, a little bit kind of people get confused, and I think that was major issue people concerned. And with the side effect, it was not critically tested in a long term. I think my opinion, that we put thought about it. But again, if you look at the system, if you think about the government will control you, the government only control anyway. They know where you live. They have your driver license, you have a Medicare card, they have everything you have already. You have your iPhone, your Samsung, you have your device around anywhere you go shopping, they know where you are. So people keep worried about the government controlling them. The social media actually control you. Wherever you are, you're on social media, you show where you are, your location where you are. So I don't know why people keep worried about somebody controlling them.
I hope this will touch people and they will get vaccine. So mine tomorrow, I'll probably had mine on Monday. Finger crossed. I'll see how I will go.
But I've done the second shot already, and I'm see here and see what happens. So, but again, I done the right decision. I made the right decision for myself, for my family, and
Yeah.
the reason as well, I see different people every day. My client, different client come to me, and and one of my clients just got COVID last week as well. So I
Oh
take
man.
that yes. So you got back on with my wife telling me as well. There's a lot of people in ICU as well that got COVID with the area of Point Cook, Post Crossing area. So it's
Yeah.
a serious case. When you actually come across somebody that has the COVID-19, you cannot say, well, I have to go and do it. So I will encourage any listener tonight, change your mind and just do it. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Emmett, it talks about third world country. We come from those third world country. The vaccine have not been able to reach them. While you are giving this advice too, it's also time to ask the world to look at those people and allow them to have some part of those vital one, like not AstraZeneca, like Pfizer and Moderna.
Well, look, I can't tell you which one you should take. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not put myself in the area. So it's when they actually come across somebody.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Okay. Sorry.
I think every individual should at least have one-on-one with their GP or medical professional. Even my personal myself, spoke my GP, seek advice, my medical advice as well before make my final decision. So I think I advise anybody to do the same thing. Not the medical doctor, so this is the best one, good for you. I can't do that. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Tonight anyway, let's go back to, guys, you have heard if you're around Australia, it's best you seek your GP and your conscience and make sure you take the vaccine. Mostly that just help people. I heard the minister saying if you really if you really care about your patient or you really care about your customers, you should likewise have the injection. So it will help you a lot to make something better. I will be heading to actually welcome Prince. Prince, I welcome you. Hey bro, how are you? How are you? Are you here? Can you hear me, Prince? Can you you're pretty much. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good evening.
Okay. Evening, bro. You are welcome.
I
We
can
have
help.
with us here. Yeah, we
Okay.
have with us here Mr. Emmett. Mr. Emmett is you can't hear properly. Maybe fix that in well.
I can hear you.
Can you hear now? Okay.
Yes.
We have with us here Mr. Emmett, who happened to be a businessman, entrepreneur. I'm just saying entrepreneur and politician too. So yeah. Thank you very much. Anyway, yeah, bro.
Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence. Oh, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Mr. Emmett, Prince is connecting with us from Manila, Philippines, one of those areas. He's connecting with us, okay? Yeah. So I want to we'll start with you, Mr. Emmett. Today we had an Independent Day. I don't know if you attended. So what did you take out of the whole thing today before we get into it?
Look, the independent celebration is something we have to do. to be honest. I think I always support that. It's something we have to do. I know we have our problem. We have our dysfunctional in the area of the politics and not be able to unite the people in one language. But that will not stop us from coming together today, 1st of October in Nigeria, to kick it off. But I think of what I yesterday, see time difference, so I can confuse. But I think, in a nutshell, we should continue celebrating why we became independent nation from the British. But again, Nigeria also make too many mistakes from the beginning of the independent. They not now. So we depended one way, the other way we're not. And so it's very crucial for us to trying to find a solution to change the course of our problem. So the cause of our problem is not to do with independent, but to do with individual that will be unable to work together as a team to build a great nation. A great nation, but far away from achieving what we're supposed to have as a nation. And one thing I look at it as well, in the beginning, because of the British actually give us the issue of this tribal, whatever you call it in the beginning, which what we have, don't get me wrong, that's have actually separated a little bit from working together. And we call that problem. We need to try and establish a solution to find a middle ground for us to live out on Nigeria. So in the party, we come together, but in terms of building the nation, we're not coming together as one. That's one of the biggest problems.
Okay, Mr. Ahmed, while you are saying that, can I just pause you for a while? We look on this independent thing, probably take you like 3 minutes or 2 minutes. Just us looking back on our Britain, before how we gain our independence. If that's all right for you, bro.
Okay.
Okay, I'll bring you back.
Lagos Racecourse is the scene, and it's the afternoon of Nigeria's great day, with thousands awaiting the climax and resolved to relish every minute leading up to it. Princess Alexandra, with Sir James Robertson, the retiring Governor-General, must have enjoyed the whole jubilant atmosphere of the occasion. A first-class show was put on for the benefit of spectators. Entertainers fairly let themselves go, tumbling head over heels with delight. Celebrating, however, as we all know, can be a bit exhausting. The princess was received with yells from the kids. Her friendly charm had quickly made her very popular. It was as the representative of Her Majesty the Queen that Princess Alexandra of Kent returned in the evening. She was about to hand over Nigeria's constitution. And presently, quoting the Queen's own words, she was to wish Nigeria a great and noble future. This was the moment for which the country's leaders, in partnership with British authority, had patiently worked. The Nigerians themselves emphasized that all has been done in friendship, and that friendship will continue. Meanwhile, top-ranking Nigerians, wearing their finest robes, watched in dignified silence as the climax of Independence Day was reached. In handing over the documents to the Federal Prime Minister, Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, Her Royal Highness handed over sovereignty to a new nation. The Union flag flying for the last time. Princess Alexandra was present, of course, for the final ceremony that took place on the stroke of midnight. This was the dramatic takeover by the new nation's own green and white flag. The next day came the state opening of Parliament. Princess Alexandra, wearing a white embroidered gown and a diamond tiara, entered the chamber where 350 senators and representatives and many guests had assembled. This was the first session of the first Parliament of the new Nigeria. Dr. Ezekwe, President of the Senate and Governor-General Designate, addressed the Princess, asking her to open Parliament by reading the speech from the throne.
Anyway, yeah, thank you. Thank you for your patience, bro. So you saw what happened the day they hand over those independence to our people. I think we have like handing over just to Tafawa Balewa. Does that contribute something to our this our diversity problem and things like that? What do you think?
Is that question for me or for?
Yeah, for you, for you, from Mr. Ahmed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is a normal proceeding in when a nation gain independent. The the monarchy in the UK has been around the world, do the same thing. India and other nations, Singapore, it was 20, Hong Kong in 1996 or 95. They always do that. But again, once it's like a father telling the son, "You're not 18 years old right now. You have on your own. So how you gonna navigate from here on? It's up to you." So the area I think we made a mistake. There's a lot of mistake we made, even up to now. And since the British left Nigeria, we did not actually trying to get on track to move forward, but we're trying to siphon the revenue of the nation by self claim most of the funding come personal use posts. I think that was the major issues. Infrastructure was going down a lot of because I'm from Sapele area. We usually have the AT&P, which was constructed by the British company. Yeah, and we have this Sapele Athletic Club and if you actually visit this place today, it's like there's no maintenance. The place has been run down for years. ATP no longer existing. So Nigeria could never cope to maintain the African timber and plywood. It's called African timber and plywood, ATP. They could not maintain it. It's collapsed already. Totally collapsed. That should be continue running, but nothing happened. So you can't continue blaming all your problem with the British. They've done their job because, to my understanding, the British people were looking for somewhere they can. It's like hustlers, right? In the beginning, the British was hustlers. They live in a little small island. No, they knew their land was not going to make things happen. They have to find a way to navigate. They start to build boats, travel around the world, conquer, make things to stable. They build their nation through that method, and they established themselves very well. Okay, and that's what they did for generations. They're smart people. Now, once they hand over to you, your job is to navigate your people to different level. But we fail many times. We fail many times in the military and civilians, and up to now we fail. The country now on security issue, no light. Number one failure Nigeria actually have till now, 61 years. I will say it over and over. It's not just the people say security. The electricity is the biggest problem in Nigeria. I always say that. If I'm elected today in Nigeria, the only achievement I would like to have in Nigeria is to get the country running 24/7 light. That's what I will do. If I can get that, the country will move forward. That's what I think is any Nigerian leader should be focusing on. If you can get that, because there will be production line going on, people will start to get a job. That will now reduce the number of unemployment, will reduce the number of poverty, will reduce the number of crime as well. This is the biggest problem a lot of Nigerians are afraid to address to tomorrow. Instead, they kind of tying up with generator companies around the world to supply generator. But those nations they don't use generator in those nations. Why are you still using it? I don't understand why. I think this topic only emphasize or focus on the generation issue in Nigeria. Now, one of the biggest problems in Nigeria, don't realize it. If you go to China today, the reason why China is spreading every day, every corner in China is a manufacturing plant. Think about it. Every corner in China, in Guangzhou, in Shenzhen, and in any area you work in China, even a small unit, they're making something happening. And what happened? That pushed all the Chinese from poverty to what they are. Because it's that one Nigeria failed to address. A country of 20 something, 200 something million population, 200 million population, continue importing. You can't live your life in importation. It's wrong.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think we need to find a way to address that issue. Once we be able to address it, things will start to change because everybody start to manufacture things locally, and we don't have that. I don't know. That's what I think. That's what I can always say to any Nigerian listening. If you want to be a politician in Nigeria, trying to push, and people say security. Yeah, we still have a security problem. But when they say darkness, what happened? There's too many evil. There's no light. So there'll be evil, bro. There's a light.
That's true.
Yes, it's a fact. Thank you.
Thank you. Chris, what do you think? What do you think actually what we're saying? It's quiet here. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I have
My mic.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, just like what our brother said, I don't really have much time. I will just go straight to my point because Manu is playing, so I need to watch the game. So, like I said earlier, Nigeria at 61 is not something worth celebrating. For the fact that we have a lot of disappointments and failures all over the world is a very big shame, not just only to us citizens, the leaders in particular. So, because when you talk about celebration, you should think about something. You should have something worth celebrating. But as it stands right now in Nigeria, I don't think there is anything worth celebrating because the masses are crying. There is confusion here and there. The level of corruption is too high, and so forth and so on. So at 61, everyone knows that Nigeria is a failure. At 61, yes, we can say that because you talk about infrastructure, you talk about so forth and so on. You find out that when a child is born, when you give birth to a child, that child is growing. You expect a lot of things. There is a stage that child will grow to, if it's not making anything, if there is no success or whatever, in your mind, you already concluded that this child is a failure. And that is why they said maturity starts at 40. So when a man gets to 40 years old and still yet you're still struggling, 40 years, you are just like you're starting your life. So automatically something is wrong somewhere. So as it is, I said earlier, for us Nigerians and the leadership, is really, really a big shame. Because when you talk about success, you should think about people. So it is people that are supposed to celebrate. When the people that are supposed to celebrate are not happy, so it means it's not worth celebrating. So when the people that are supposed to celebrate, they don't show any achievement, there is no high performance in terms of everything in the country. There is no what do you call it, pageantry lift of what do you call it, high lifting in the country. So it's all failure. It's all failure. So, but the problem here, as we always said, is not about the country itself. The problem is about the people. It's about the leaders. It's just like our brother said earlier here. There are some people, there are some government, what do you call it, officials or leaders of the country. Everyone is channeling the whole problem on Buhari, this, Buhari, that. Yes, we blame Buhari, but at the same time also, we should blame also our governors, our councillors, and all the rest of them. Because when the budget was mapped out, everything was given to them. So because the government is bad, So they failed to use the money to utilize what the resources given to them, for the growth of their own country. We see in other countries which things like this are happening, but you see some states are doing better than other states. Some states, they use their resources to maintain, to build their own distance. Just like he mentioned now, you go to China, you go to Guangzhou, you go to Shenzhen, you go to you see that some of these places, they have big factories, individuals. They have big factories. They create job opportunities for their people. So they are not only dependent on the government. They create job opportunities. Some of them even what do you call that? Some of them even invest their money in building the roads, creating electricity for their people. So creating electricity for their people, then in that function, it is a collective effort. It is a collective effort. So the government has failed entirely. Yes, we all know that. But we can't keep folding our hands to say because the government has failed, then we will fold our hands and allow things to keep going that way. So in the other way around, the only thing that we can think
Press 1 minute, Prince, 1 minute, 1 minute. The government have failed, but government provide enable environment for Chinese people, which MS say here, electricity is there.
Yes,
they have water connection.
That should
this
be
beyond individual thing.
Priority. Yeah, it's the number one priority. A country without a light is a big failure. It's a very big failure. That's why I told you earlier that the country has failed. So, but the only thing we are celebrating today is it's just all about the people. We talk about the farmers. When you talk about the police, you talk about the soldiers. That's the only thing we can celebrate right now in Nigeria. Because why I talk about the farmers, why we say we celebrate only the farmers is despite the hoodlums, despite the bandits, despite the what do you call it, the Boko Haram and all the rest of them that are attacking them day in, day night, still yet they still go to the farm. They still, try to produce something, for someone to eat, for people to have food in the market. So that is what celebrating. So we celebrate the farmers. Now you talk about the police, irrespective of the attacks on them and everything, still yet they are still there trying to.
Bro, they are corrupt.
Yeah, we know. Of course, everyone knows that there is corruption, high level of corruption there. But still yet they still go to the office trying to do what? Maintain peace and, tranquility in the country. Then you talk about the soldiers, irrespective of how they are being slaughtered, how they are being killed, Boko Haram and all the rest of them, killing them every day, day in, day night. Still yet, people are still joining the military. People are still going to fight for us. So these are three sectors only that I think we can only celebrate today in Nigeria. But outside that, the rest of them is a failure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Embassy, I've heard him. What do you think? Do you think he makes sense on his way?
I think a celebration is a celebration. I think at the beginning I said Nigeria, I think they can celebrate their independence because it's kind of a universal way every nation that have independence continue doing it. Even if you refer back to Liberia that gained independence in 1840 something, but the country is way worse than Nigeria.
Oh, Liberia, yeah, that's a smash country.
1840. 1845, 46, okay, when they get paid from the America. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about Nigeria. The way forward, sometimes we argue about our mistake, our problem. So, first of all right, like a mathematician, you have the problem. You have to find a solution to solve the problem. So what we have, we Nigerians, we like to criticize the government all the time. But individual is also contributing to the failure of Nigeria. Individual. And I'll say why is that? Because we don't challenge the government enough. It's not a matter of demonstrating or fighting, but we need to challenge the government enough. And by doing that, we need to be able to collaborate with the business stakeholder all over the world to build a better society. Now, I don't know how you guys operate in the Philippines, for example. Even here, for example, in Australia here, we don't trade within ourselves. We don't do business within ourselves. That's another problem, all right? So once we start engaging such, trying to bring it back to Nigeria, things start to change. For example, you see some Nigerians say, I'm going to go back to Nigeria and become a politician. When I win, I will come back and build a house in Oxford and build a house here. And I see people that went back to Nigeria to become somebody that took the money back to Canada, took the money back to Europe, whatever, and build a mansion, whatever. But that's the culture where you all believe that you can make it and you can take the money out of the nation. Now, how will you expect somebody? During the COVID, you can see the president of America, Donald Trump, he was sick. He actually have to maybe 20 meters from his residential office for his medical checkup. Now, Buhari will actually fly all the way from Nigeria to UK. Imagine why does people actually use that money to build a first-class hospital in their backyard? You can actually build a hospital straight away in your village, even not even in Abuja. People will also source medical treatment from that village. Why we have to go into that extreme level of have to fly out of Nigeria? Those are the failure I'm talking about. Now, we have a lot of Nigerian doctors around the world, well-sophisticated doctors. They're successful. But they, at the same time, can go back to Nigeria and build a first-class hospital. They don't do it as well. So you see what I'm saying? This is the issue right now. But if you go again, I'm going to refer back to China because I'm there many times. You can see they can manufacture sophisticated equipment. Okay, can you imagine even when the COVID break out, right? People were importing common masks from China until Australia started to produce their own local masks recently. Can you imagine? So this guy be dominated masks in China for years because they have SARS and this and that, in Hong Kong SARS, whatever you call it in Asian. So they know how to protect themselves. This guy, you may say, oh, they don't know nothing, but they know a lot. But they don't talk. They don't come on social media to show how good we are. They don't do that. They're very, very sophisticated. Nigeria need to learn how to copy from such nation, be able to sophisticate it in a way of building infrastructure in our society. And those Nigerians who are well equipped financially, they should be going back home to build a first-class hospital. It's not wrong doing that. I know you're going to say there's no light, which I mentioned earlier on. But if you be able to lobby, discover the government, probably something will happen. The biggest problem, I'm going to emphasize it over and over throughout this discussion, is those generator importers who lobby their way to block this 24-hour light. That's one of the biggest problems in Nigeria. Because light is life. It's like if you don't have the sunshine, the plant and you myself will not live. Very simple, very clear. If there's no sunshine in the afternoon, whatever, brother, we cannot survive. You need the sun to survive. And that's a fact. Not just only the moon, you need the sun to survive. Light and darkness. You need both. We don't have light in Nigeria. We got that big problem already. What is the solution? So anybody can go to that whole seat in Abuja, whatever it is then. Now, let's come back to the state, as my brother just mentioned. Every year, there's a financial year, whatever, in Nigeria, or they have to have a budget. Now, for example, I'm from Delta State. Buhari, for example, government will give Delta State, let's say 2 billion naira for road infrastructure. 4 years later, there's no road. Where's the money gone? So where's the money gone? So this is another problem again. But again, everybody keep running to Abuja. Now, I want to draw this attention. On the article a few days ago, the most powerful people in Australia, it's not the Prime Minister, it was the premiers of Australia, because they will control their state strongly. They will control their state strong. Their voice is more popular than the Prime Minister's voice recently. Every time on the news, every day, talk about COVID in his state. Why? Because they have their jurisdiction to be able to control their hospital. The federal government here said, oh, we don't know anything about the hospital. This is a state issue. It's a state issue. We don't know this and that. This is a state issue. But, there's a certain issue. It's a state level. But Nigeria, the federal government want to control everything. It's very complicated. You can't do everything by yourself. And when they hand it to the state level, the state refuse to organize itself properly. Once they run out of cash, they'll go and stay in Abuja begging for more money. Why?
Yes, that's another problem. In
a nutshell, Nigeria need to learn from the West. Don't get me wrong. Okay, the way they actually govern their people, the way they actually look after their people. We don't look after our people at all.
I
We
think in
actually
the West
kill
they
our
have
people
accountability.
because one is that our heart is so dark, very dark, to actually look at your brother dying and you walk away. It's so sad to see that happening. You don't have to kill somebody with a gun, but by looking at a person that is suffering and you know why he's suffering and you refuse to fix that problem, that's an act of wickedness. Most of our leaders and the people in Nigeria, they have that heart very bitter within each other. It's not matter laughing, hey brother, brother. No, bro. It's a fact I'm saying right now. Until we get out of that mentality, be able to think, this is my brother dying. I need to provide for my brother. He has no food to eat. I need to provide for him. Now, people can understand this country, a lot of business shut down since COVID-19. The government keeps supporting businesses, small grant, small this, but Nigeria will not do that for you. They will not do that for you. Despite an allocation of fund to such sector, some single person or 3 or 10 of them will pull out that weight, go to UK, go to US, go to Swiss bank the money, come back to Nigeria. That money again have to be borrowed to people in the Western world for their credit card loan repayment, pay interest on it. And when the person die in Africa, the money stand by in Europe or wherever, America, where the money. Does that make sense? Is that not a dumb idea? Why can't we just wake up and think, rewind our brain and think smart how to make this happening? So my opinion is we need to try to reinvent the wheel quickly. Right now, we need to start to reinvent the wheel. 2023 is coming for Nigeria election. The youth is trying to change the way they think. It's not just about the money, but about care about your neighbor, about your friends, and live a better life in Nigeria. We can make it happen. But because we're thinking of, okay, if you have 20 cars in your garage, how many cars can you drive at once?
One.
If you have 24 bedroom. So these are the issue we have. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Emmett. Yeah. When you said those things, like we have to change our heart. It's not about saying smile, smile.
I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me. Can you? Can you hear me now? What happened? Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Emmett, can you hear me?
I think he cannot hear you.
I cannot hear me. Can you hear Prince? Prince, ask me if he can hear you.
Can you hear me, sir? Hello, bro. Can you hear me? I think maybe his network freeze already. Yeah, he's moving. Can you hear me? Ahmed? He cannot hear.
We can both hear you, but he can't hear us. So I don't know how it come. You probably go out and come in. Maybe that way.
Maybe he beat the.
Oh no, I think now it's getting better.
So
you can hear us
now,
right?
Cannot hear.
Yeah, I think maybe you go out and come in. I don't know. Yeah, while Emmett is having his problem, I think
I can't hear you.
Yeah, but I can hear you. I can hear you.
We can hear you. Me and him can hear you. We can hear you. So I can hear.
Just text him directly. Just text him to log out and log in.
Yeah, better maybe go out and come in. That's much better. Yeah, that's why we were trying to figure out what is going on. Emmett, yeah, okay. So what MS says is something that I so much like desire, and that's what our problem is. It's not all about telling somebody how are you, smiling. It's also about investing on people. Like here in Australia, it's very hard for us, many Nigerians, to support each other. I saw Indians, I'm to keep referring to Indians. Their unity, the way they work together. Now, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We can hear you before. We don't know what happened. So good. So, like there's nothing like unity here. It's very, very, very easy for you to know, there's demarcation, there's segregation between tribe in Nigeria. Maybe there you go.
Yeah, there's somebody here that say, why should they come back home or with the unfavorable situation of running a business over here? Now, if I can answer that person that question, it's essay. You want me to answer that question?
You can if you want to, yeah.
I need to answer your audience question sometimes. It's a good question. Look, having a business in Nigeria, nothing wrong with that. Okay, you can be living in America and having a business in Nigeria. You don't have to base in Nigeria to have a business in Nigeria. So people should get that in their head all the time. It doesn't mean you have a business in Nigeria, you base in Nigeria. There's a lot of American company have a business in Australia, and Australian company have a business in America. You can look at Facebook, for example, it's a company. Google, for example, it's a company. Twitter, they have a company worldwide. So it doesn't mean they have to base. I think Nigeria need to wake up for this ideology. Say, why do I have to have a company in Nigeria when I don't base in Nigeria? That is a very, very wrong idea. Okay, that is not a good idea at all. You can have because most guys live in US, they have an American passport, have Australian passport. Can I ask you guys a question? You have a Shell, you have BP. Most of the CEO, they don't base in Nigeria. They're based in UK and Netherlands. Because Shell, the headquarters of Shell, Shell is I think it's from Netherlands, Holland, right? The BP is a British.
Oh.
All right. So people need to get it right. They don't base in Nigeria, but they suck your oil every day. So people should they employ thousands of Nigerians there. Doesn't mean because you have a clinic in Nigeria, you have to base in Nigeria. You can set up a clinic in Abuja or in Port Harcourt, in Lagos. You put the infrastructure properly. It can be based in Australia. You go there maybe once a month or twice a month. You fly a business class, whatever. So my opinion, don't let that scare you away that you don't have to relocate Nigeria to have a business in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, Prince, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, the point is just like what we are saying. The point is Nigeria at 61, Nigeria at 61. That is the point. That is where we are concerned. And the past governments and all the rest of them, we tried to manage. We tried to accept their leadership or their system of governing us or ruling us. So, but we all should agree and believe that under this current President Buhari administration, we all should believe that it's not working. It's not working. So, and I so much believe that there is what we call nationalistic agenda of the founding fathers of Nigeria. And so I believe that if we should go back to those agenda of the founding fathers of Nigeria, we will be able to discover a lot of things, because during in this period of regime of President Buhari, we all should also know that there is a lot of deterioration over the whole thing that is going on. And just like our brother rightly said here, yes, there is nothing wrong with you coming home to invest in a country. In doing so, you create job for people at home. You create job opportunity for someone who just graduated that doesn't have work yet. So there is nothing wrong with that. Just like what he said also, there is nothing wrong with all these billionaires or whatever. All these our senators and the rest of them that are packing the whole country money and sent to Australia to develop Australia and the rest of them, while their own people back home are suffering. They should build good hospitals and all the rest of them, roads and all the rest of them. Yeah, we all agreed on that. I can give an instance. For example, in my place, we come to a point that all of us that are living abroad, we create a WhatsApp group. And in that WhatsApp group, we decided that we are no longer going to wait for people from our community, or we are going to wait for the, what do you call that, the local government chairman or the state chairman or the Imo state governor, you know, something like that, to give us money or come and do the road for us. We all that are living abroad decided that we should, any amount of money that you can afford, send it. We open an account, put the money there. We contacted a company that is going to build, construct the road and everything. So we contacted a company that is going to construct. They gave us their budget. This is what it will cost us. So now everyone is dropping money there. Even you see the challenge there. If you drop maybe 100K, then I see that, oh, I don't want to be the last. I might even squeeze my own and make it 150. So the challenge is high. So now the money is piling like that. So at the end, maybe next month they will start, the company will start fixing the road and everything. We decided, okay, in this area we want to have the solar energy lights. We're not going to wait for the government anymore. The money we put there, we will use it, and we do that. We make sure that our community has light. So these are things that individuals also should do. That is what is called character. It's character. So we should not depend only on government, because we know that government has already failed. So, but for those of us that are living abroad, that have seen the light, seen the resources, and we are far much better, somehow better than people back home. We should do what? Try to help, not just only depending on the government. Then another thing, like I said earlier, the leadership is very, very wrong. So now it is called for all Nigerians to wake up, especially the youth, to wake up their mind. Before you vote someone in, you must first of all be sure who is that man you're voting in. What has that person done for the community? What has that person done for the state? What is his investment in the country? Not someone that will just go in there, pack the whole money, and go and dump it in Switzerland, or dump it in Australia and Canada and the rest of them, while people are suffering and dying back home. You see, why their own children are living there in the United States and the UK and all the rest of them. Then the masses are dying at home. So we don't need such governments anymore. We don't need them. And this is why people are crying every day that they want division. They want divide the country, because some set of, tribes believe that with their own experience and with the resources in their country, they can be able to manage themselves. This is where President Buhari is failing Nigeria. Because, for example, here in the Philippines, I gave an instance last time. When the President Duterte give you project and you fail to execute that project, my brother, you're going to jail. There is no two ways about it. He will arrest you immediately, put you to jail, and that money will provide it. So this is where everyone is blaming our current president. He has already mapped out the money. They have given the budget. They have released the money to the senators and all the rest of them. But those projects that the money we are giving to, they didn't do it. They didn't make use of it. So we all should join hands together to make Nigeria a better place. And how can we do that? Through our character. So if we all should join hands together, remove our mindset from corruption, remove our mindset from crime and all the rest of them. We have politics in Nigeria. We have politics. Look at in the US. Almost all the top this thing in the US are all Nigerians. All Nigerians. They are the ones building the US, doing so many things in US. But why back home, people are dying. We have nothing at home. So that is why everyone is saying that Nigeria is a failure at 61. Indeed it's a failure, because the only thing that are keeping that country, I believe, is only prayers, because there are people praying 24 hours every day in Nigeria, crying to God that God, please don't destroy this. I'm just telling you this. And these are the people that
corruption that's keeping that country, bro.
It's only people that are supposed to be celebrated in that country. So right now, because no. The suffering is getting too much.
Bro, to be honest with you,
I think, I don't know whether I'll support you there. A lot of people really worry about people go back to Nigeria. There's a lot of Nigeria living in Dublin, Ireland. I remember in 1996 or 1996, yeah. When you arrive in Dublin, If you go to a nightclub or bar, you normally go home with a donkey. There's a donkey on the take you home. Okay, donkey.
Wow.
Yeah, in United States, right? Because I was there before I came here, right? Now,
Yeah.
what is, but you know what happened? Then they have this IT boom that period as well. The Irish people, they left Dublin some time ago, returned back home to establish IT company, producing the software, whatever you call it. What happened? Dublin started to boom during the IT period, that period of IT boom. Now they start to manufacture software, those computer, IBM, those computer parts. They start to employ a lot of people. Employment. Now, what happened as well? The country kick off economically. Then they join the EU, whatever, and they start to get more funding. Now, a lot of Nigerians start to migrate from those who could not make in UK, have no paper, now moving from UK back to Dublin. All right. No, you're laughing there now. See what I'm saying now? They're now running away from what? From UK now to Dublin. All right. What's the trend? So many Nigerians, they live in Dublin at the moment, Ireland, right? Now, me and my family went to Dublin 2018, not long ago. Now, before there was no tram in Dublin. No tram at all. No tram.
Wow.
The buses. Okay, right now they have a tram in Dublin. Okay, the major city in Dublin, Ireland, right? So what I'm trying to bear in this story, the country all transformed. This is a country, 1996, when you from nightclub, you see a donkey take you home. Donkey. No, I'm serious. Donkey take you home. This is what I saw. It's not like a story. Donkey.
Yes.
But now, no more donkey. The road, everything is up wet-tied, more infrastructure, tram, this is what that's an achievement. What people don't understand is, but again, the people who left Dublin when there was issue with IRA or this issue they have that time, they came back to establish. When you tell in Nigeria, they say that country is a shit, that country is a shit back home. We have that kind of mentality, all right? But these people can never go back. Okay, let me go back and fix my place. Okay, let me go back and fix the nation. Now, we just celebrate 61 years. We continue nagging and abusing each other and then talk is not good. How the country we go when we're not united as one in terms of bringing people together? We're united when it comes to dancing. Don't get me wrong. We're united when it comes to gooses who want to eat or a small party. But when it talks to building a nation, we don't have that heart. Okay? You just mentioned right now, you got contributing money to fix your village, wherever. That's a fantastic idea. Somebody come with the idea, you guys supported it. Now, if you meet a Nigerian person and say, let's do this, but say, no, I'm not interested. I'm not. Nothing wrong with that. But what I can say here tonight is we need to try to change the mindset. It's to do with the mindset. And to build Nigeria, you need to actually have the love for the people of the nation, not just the weight of the nation. You have to first of all like the people of the nation. The way in Australia here, the ministers, whatever, look at the New South Wales Premier. She just resigned because of allegation of corruption. It's not found guilty yet. Just I'm gone. I'm leaving. And she left. I'm just done. I'm done with this thing. I can't take this no more. I'm going to go set up. She set aside. But remember, this lady have 5 months to have what they call retirement entitlement, $400,000 a year throughout her life before she died. A company, a car, a security, and office. 5 months, because she will be 5 months to 5 before she becomes 5 months to 5 years. She will entitled to touch, but she's wrong. An African man will not do that. He will die.
No, African man, yes.
No. You see, there is something I want you to understand. No, that's why I said earlier that character is very, very important. Character is very important, and everyone should respect the rule of the law, the rule of law. So when you talk about that character, in a country where security is a very big problem, even you yourself that are living in abroad, you will find it difficult to come and invest your money, to build build a company, or maybe establish a business, hired people and put it there, because you know
Those
the
people
level
not
of
be honest. Those people not be
you know the
honest.
you know the high level of corruption there right now. So now there is no security. So your business is not even guaranteed. The same government will come back. You know, they will kill you with tax. They will kill you with tax, which will even make your head to think, oh, I think I need to leave this country again. You remove your business here. You remove your business here. Look at what happened with Peace Airline. Peace Airline. When this man, when there is problem in South Africa, he volunteered. He gave his own flight to bring people back home free of charge. But at the point, the government, you know, turned things around against him. They turn things around against him. You know, they tax him. They put so many things on his head to the point that he, you know, the young man, if not for the love he has for the country, he would have removed his flights in Nigeria. You see, only to give him a landing space. You know how much the government is charging him. So you think about all these things. This is one of the major problems we are having, and that is why it is difficult for someone who lives abroad to bring his business back home. And secondly, the same people back home also, their own mindset also is very corrupt because of the level of corruption. By the time you open that business there,
they will see an opportunity.
They will even think of how to kill you. By the time you
think of your generation,
they will look for a way to kill you and inherit the whole thing.
I think that what I said to you, the heart is so dark.
That is the point, because the government itself is dark. The country itself is dark. You see, where there is no light, everything is dark.
There's a lady that I saw on Facebook. She came from UK. She decided to set up poultry for widows in Kwara. She told this widow that the money I'll be getting here is what I used to pay you guys. But every week, you guys should take 7 eggs for your own. Don't count that one. I'm not going to deduct that one from your money. So which means every day you eat 1 egg. So if you have family, you can divide the 1 egg with your family. It doesn't concern me, but I will pay you guys money. This woman have been paying him. She makes sure she employ women that are like, you know, struggling. Women that doesn't have husband. Those, you know. But you know what happened? These women, one day, she would decide to stay on the gate. These women, they pack the egg. Some, you know, their tie something. They put egg on their tie. Some put on their waist, you know. So the woman, she just stand there and ask them come. The woman come, she will just open the tie, see how many eggs, some 20, some 10. She put them all in the crate. After she take it out, she say, okay, thank you, don't come back. I'm not going to touch you, don't come back. Then she need to ask, did I do bad thing? This egg, I don't produce money anywhere. From the money I sell from this egg, that's what I'll buy diesel. That's what I'll buy feeding. If I don't pay these women for 1 month, they will go around the village telling everybody in the village. That's what I will pay them. Some of them, sometimes when I see their kid not well, I ask them what's wrong. They say they don't have enough money to buy the medicine. From there, I will empathize with them and give them money. What wrong have I done to these people? You know? When you look this like that, you say, well, even the poor doesn't want to help themselves. In Nigeria, our mind is so dark. Like,
of course, you're right.
We need to like build everything again. I think one problem in Nigeria is accountability. Like in Australia here, if you work in a firm, you know, if you commit a crime, not only the firm, it's against the state. Once the firm report you to the police, even when the firm told you that I have forgiven you, the police will not forgive you. Police will want you to face the consequence. So they hold everybody accountable. Nigeria, there's no accountable in Nigeria. A lot of conflict of interest. When you go to police, somebody speaks the same language with you, then you can always talk your way out. There are no record set for you. Like in Australia here, sometimes some job they'll ask you to bring police reports. And when you bring police report, it shows that you have been stealing. No company will want to risk it and put you there, right? Yeah. So we don't have those things. So I think Nigeria, we don't have that enabling environment. That enabling environment is very important. It's not an individual thing. It's something that the government should do. Like you said, the New South Wales governor.
Who are the government?
I think the constitution should do that and enforce it, you know?
That are the government.
The people are the government, but people have to rise and vote, you know.
Those Nigeria, are people, right. But again, who vote those people in the government?
It's we. Because the poor masses, look at Sonudo.
Collected money before you voted these people?
Yeah, do you saw Sonudo?
Yeah,
Some you do.
The host,
Yeah.
you people collected money first, and that's what you got.
Yeah, most of them collect money.
Questioner. So if you collect money, so you actually sold your freedom, your right, and that's the problem. So that's why this my gentleman, what's his name just now, Prince, just, right now. This is the problem we need to also address, right? That was it. 2023 is coming right now. So the youth, which you just said before, need to start to reinvent the way of how to vote.
Yeah, exactly.
So they need to revamp, because remember, we have democratic society right now in Nigeria whereby you have to cast your vote. You have to elect somebody and put that person. I know you say so. But again, look, people say, look, somebody say, oh, you cannot win, they'll ring the vote. I say, look, you have a very strong supporter. It's very hard to turn the issue, because yes, correct. Obviously, if everybody vote you, or majority of people vote you, to change the vote, it will be difficult. It will be difficult, because obviously if say, this man going to win, we support him. But when it's very tight, it's like in Australia, you have a marginal seat, okay, and you have a seat that it just, whoa, you don't have to do anything. You wake up, you win. Okay, then you have a safe seat, which what I'm talking about. Safe seat is a seat that it doesn't matter how strong you work hard, you're not going to win that seat. Because that party will control that seat. Imaginal seat is a seat that always changes, swing state, like a swing state, or in America I call it. You always swing. So they keep changing up and down. Why? So that's why in Australia sometimes there's certain area they only have a lot of infrastructure, because that seat is a swing seat. When it swing, the government, they want to put money to make sure they vote the next time they're coming back. But when the seat is safe, the government don't care, because they know it's a Labour seat with the APC seat, where APC will always win that seat. So PDP, whatever they call it, so you're not going to go there. So PDP will go to area whereby they only win there. They call it battleground. So that's where the money normally flow. Even in Australia, in America, the same. The money flow in that area a lot, where the seat have to change out every election. So yes, so that's the problem Nigeria you need to try to identify right now. Out of the 36 states, they need to try to establish themselves to find a seat that, for example, a seat they think they can, the state keeps changing. Then the government like to pop money in that area. But the problem, which my brother just said before, it's not just the people again, because the money already allocated. How would that money be actually spent for the benefit of the people? That's the crucial. The other way again, we need to try to arrest these people and prosecute them. If they find guilty, then you jail them. I think that's really a solution to solve Nigeria problem. As you know too, Buhari, don't get me wrong, I may be wrong on this. Buhari is not the one talking, man. That guy is weak at the moment. It's not the way he used to.
No, it's not the one talking. That's right. Yeah.
But the thing there is
Malan Shehu is talking, not Buhari.
I know. What I mean is this. What I mean not talking is, okay, I'm not saying it's a duplicate of somebody. It's Buhari.
No. Yeah. No.
I mean, but it doesn't have that power anymore. Sometimes I think he just take advice from people, and people just take advantage of him because it's very weak. It's not like powerful as it used to be. Put it out. It may not be the one doing most of the job, but he might not have that power anymore to do anything. And there's somebody there controlling, telling what to do. I don't know, but I think a strong leader to be able to take action, just like what you said before, be able to say, look, arrest that guy. Even though, don't get me wrong, even though his son did the birthday wedding a few days ago, a few months ago, look at the money they spend, the flight and the private jet that coming in with Atiko or Jonathan Goodluck, and they all gather together to eat for the same plate, and they were the same thing. They just think about their own benefit. They know what about the masses. That's their problem.
That is why some people I listen to when Lawube send me message. I listened to comments about some Nigerians regarding Nigeria at 61. Someone made a comment that Nigeria at 61, that the country is what that language he said. He said the country is comatose, is economically comatose. The country is economically comatose.
Guys, there's one honorable from Bidi. There's one honorable from Edo. I don't know. That guy is no longer in Senate. Honorable something. That man with grammar. I forgot that guy's name. One honorable from Edo. Have you come across the honorable from Edo?
So he said that. Then he said, these people are religiously disoriented. So I said, I was laughing, but it's painful, honestly, because you know why I said it's painful. The elite class, you know, the so-called elite class in Nigeria are making things difficult, you know, for us. Because why I say they're making things difficult for us, just like you said earlier. Imagine a wedding where all these top class citizens, class A, they were there spreading the money and wasting the money while there are masses dying at home. Even on October 1st, you saw the houses, they were doing march past in Abuja. They were all crying that Buhari should resign, Buhari should step down. They protested. They were walking with barefoot with their placard and all the rest of them, asking Buhari to resign. The hardship is getting too much. So, and you find out at the same time that the same money we are talking about is still in the hands of some of these presidents and governors and senators and all the rest of them. The money is still in their hands. They hold the country ransom. So it is a wake-up call for us, because me personally now in my village, I know everyone there. If you want to come and contest even the local government chairman in my village, I know your character, I know your life. As long as I know that you're a bad person, there is no way I will vote for you. So there is no amount of money you will even give to me to buy my election. If you give me that money, I will collect it. I will still not vote for you, because I know that when you're there, you're not going to do any good.
He has to recover his money.
So
he's a businessman, you know.
So
the best thing, profit from your money.
So the best thing is for us to open our eyes. When you cast your vote, cast the vote to the right people. There are youths. You know, when you look at the world now, even I will even prefer us to have someone like Ngozi Iweala as a woman president in Nigeria.
We gave that woman away.
You understand?
A very high achieving woman.
I would prefer that we have a woman like that. At least other countries now, you see other countries now, they're having women prime minister, women this, women that, women that. At least maybe that should be a solution in Nigeria right now. Because all these so-called, ex-military junta and all the rest of them, they're not leading us anywhere. They are not leading us anywhere. Instead of us going forward, we are just dropping backwards, going backwards. Right now, I think Nigeria is even becoming the worst country in the whole of Africa, even in the world in general. So the so-called elite should treat everyone equal, because all of us are citizens of that country. So we shouldn't see these people as class A and class B. Everyone should be equal. They should treat everyone equal. Give us the maximum respect to everybody. Give you the rights to everyone. Now, then when you come to your state, like I said earlier, people from each state should go back home, develop their own state. Let's not just be hoping and depending that everything must come from Abuja. All states have resources. The whole state has the resources. There are one thing or the other that your state is being known of. Maybe you people have oil, or the other people, they are good in farming, and the other people, they are good in market, in sewing shoes and all the rest of them. Someone made a statement last time. He said, do you know that we import shoes from China?
Yeah.
While when you go back home in Aba, the shoes the shoemakers are doing in Aba that are even better, 1,000,000% better than the ones coming from China. And those ones from Aba will even last more than the ones coming from China. But yet, government will just block the one from Aba, and they will target. I don't know the language I will use. is the West. Why the one coming from China is the good one, and that one coming from China, you wear it today. The next minute, the thing is hopping in your leg as if there is fire there. Why can't we just promote that one from our own background, from our own backyard? Promote it, then make good use of it, and build the country.
You know, one thing he said that I will tell someone the other day that I know people don't like the Igbo in a different way, but I said to this guy, I said, I'm from Niger Delta, I'm from Delta State, and I said, look, if I have opportunity to be president of Nigeria, or if I have to be member of the cabinet in any government, I will be pushing for Nigerians, the politicians, to at least establish industrial revolution in the East. That about
Nigeria will take off more than anywhere in the world. Do that
all the time. As I said, I'm on the robo. Don't get me wrong. I don't speak Igbo, so I'm on the robo. But I will propose industrial revolution, manufacturing sector in that area. Because these guys, they know what they're doing already. They're good in manufacturing. So what happened? We built a strong, big acres of land, right? Just acquire like what they have in Guangzhou, for example.
Yeah.
Okay? What they have in Guangzhou. We establish that there and leave everything there. Manufacturing. Then at the airport, we now create international airport strong network in that area as well. That every Africans, instead of going to China, they'll be flying into that east, buy their goods and move to different area of Africa. So this is area. But because we don't have that foresight, we don't think that way I'm thinking right now. We think it's something that come from Europe, come from China is the best. Now, you can see, if you look at some of the social media, the way our celebrities, Nigerians, for example, or people have come, use Versace, all those fake Versace bedsheet, fake. Those copy when they copy from Guangzhou and they line it up and shop. But we can make better than that in our area. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, you're right.
But we don't have, because because when I was a kid, right, we normally have this Abba slippers and sandal, whatever, but people don't like to wear. People don't like to buy it. And the government also was so stupid not to encourage that. Nigeria would have implement a policy whereby if we tax foreign import slippers and the local one will never pay much tax, for example, or tax, and the government would have given them a grant to be able to build more factories. But the government they're not into that. So what you said that is right, but who have that bowl, who have that power to be able to have this good initiative to come out with an idea of creating the eastern region of Nigeria to be a manufacturing hub, whereby everything jump back in Lagos, everything Lagos.
Lagos is a small island. Just
it's just that because
they make mess of that area. Could be very nice.
The idea is narrow. Don't get me wrong, too. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to finalize on this one. I know the Igbo, they're smart business people too, but the same time too, they're supposed to encourage more manufacturing sector in that region.
Yes, that's exactly, yes.
Yeah. The Igbo as well can also have their own 24-hour light without depending on the government. They have a river. They can create their own dam to create their own electricity system there by private enterprise. They'll be able to generate light around that region by, just like you said before, you guys actually contributed money to build your village. That's a great initiative, right? So we, other group of people, can come up with such a great initiative, be able to transform that region. I know a lot of people say we want to break up from Nigeria. My question again, what is the agenda if we want to break up? Okay, it's break because one guy say we will build the country. I said, stop there, my friend. You can still build Biafra now before you break up because it's your region already. You have it already. You have the land, you have everything already. The government will not take it away from you. So don't tell me that when you break up, you start to build. Now, if you look at social media, the Anambra, Imo, their land there's too many red sand on the street and infrastructure is not.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about here? The governor has swear not do nothing for the state. So again, if have that position, if I have to advise any government department, let's just take the eastern part of Nigeria as a manufacturing hub. Thank you.
Thank you, Emmett. Guys, we are running out of time. We just have more, let's say,
Okay.
a couple of 15 minutes time to finish, to round up. I've discussed so many things here, like, eastern side of Nigeria can do better if they can generate electricity by themselves. They have Imo River, which can actually build the dam and generate whatever they want to do. Not only eastern side, every state in Nigeria, if they allow them to be independent, then that's fine. What we take out today is that mostly Nigerian law is the problem. Nigerian law does not allow that accountability, because when accountability is there and the state government is outside from the law enforcement, where they cannot influence them, like Australia here, that means a politician can always be arrested, be questioned by police at will without no problem. They're totally independent thing on their own. But in Nigerian law, it doesn't happen that way. Actually, I heard this guy, was it last 6 months, saying that Nigeria has no constitution. Showore, saying during Obasanjo's swearing, Showore said there's no constitution. They have to print something and just rush while Obasanjo was going to court. Yeah. And that thing is something we still have today. Yes, Nigeria has no constitution. Abacha get rid of everything. So we can't IBB made some law, that, affect, Sarawiwa and all those things. But I should always say that we have to come to restructure that country. You are talking about election. Emmett, let's quickly go there. Do you think that Nigeria will still have election? Because the agitation is high. Every state could you imagine? Could you imagine Nigeria Independent Day? I have so many Nigeria on my list, but I only see maybe 2 or 3 people that post Happy Nigeria Independent Day. None of them. Then that tells you our mindset. Before, it's like everybody's dancing Nigeria Independent Day, but yeah. Okay, Matt, you go on. Yeah.
As I said before, it's not they don't want to post it. They're no longer happy with the situation.
Yeah.
It's not, they're not happy, but again, you can just keep you want to divide. Our next question right now. Okay. What is your plan? They don't have any plan. Even don't get me wrong, even Shimon that I run for 20 election last time, right? Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to bring a topic here. I was following before, I was a supporter of him, all right? But he failed the election badly. But instead of to continue to build his team to 2023, he become a rebel of, say, revolution. You cannot be an activist or the same type politician. You need to choose one. If you're an activist, just pursue that journey. All right? So he would have remained calm. He lost the election, go back to the grassroots, rebuild his team, plan for 2023, and try to recruit people in a very certain point of let's win 2 or 3 states. One thing you gotta understand about politics is one of the most dirty business in the world. It doesn't matter which country you go. The next person that behind you want to take over your position, that's the fact. Doesn't matter. It can be laughing with you right now. He hire your job. You can see this country in Australia during Julie Gillard, Kevin Rowe.
Documentary is coming out. Yeah.
It just go on because then the person next to you want to take over your job, and that's a fact. People need to make it clear as a politician. So anybody don't drink Nigeria flag, they're not happy. But probably 2023, when their president is there, they'll be happy to dance again. Buhari led it down. Nigeria is a country, the people, they're very ungrateful. When Jonathan Goodluck was there, the Central Warrior kicked him out. He said was not good enough.
Yes.
He campaigned against him. So, the point right now is Nigeria will have another election again. The answer for me will be yes. Nigeria will have 2023 election, but it will be deadly. That's what I can say. It'll be dead. From now to 2033, there's a lot of crazy stuff will be happening in Nigeria. That I can assure you. But if by 2023, the answer may be no, because the reason I say no, it's not easy again, because if Nigeria fight any civil war right now, the massive refugee, there
will be too many souls that will come.
The West may not like that to happen. They learn a lot from a lot of small countries. So it's not too late. So the refugee are going to come over to Europe, Australia, whatever. So that's why they protect, most of the time not to happen. Because a massive war is not a small thing people can think of. It's not just go boom, boom, boom. That's not how it is. It's not easy. There's a lot of soul, a lot of people, a lot of infrastructures, and for you to wake up and come back again, another 10 or 20 years behind again, start all over again. So Nigeria is a better position right now to just change the course and revise our own mistake, correct it, and try to move on. Any Nigeria who fighting against themselves, they're supposed to put those anger behind them, to unite together as a brother, whether you're Igbo, you're Yoruba, you're Hausas, whatever. Anyone that, even in Australians and Americans around the world, we're supposed to be working together. I know people say, no, not going to happen. But again, Igbo itself, they're very smart people. When it comes to industrialization, they're smart business people. They can do a lot of stuff. They're supposed to have a very strong tie, be able to negotiate with the government, to give them what they're looking for, to build better infrastructure in their area and try to do it. Not just do a lot of stuff, think it's going to happen, going to divide them. It's not easy to divide a nation. We will have a first civil war before. The second one is not going to come easy, brother. So the election will happen 2023, but maybe brutal, maybe very difficult as well. Johnny.
Well, just like
thank you very much.
Like you said, just to chip in before we leave, we said, can Nigeria survive for 2023 election? That's why I said earlier that the only people also that set of people that we should celebrate is the prayer warriors in Nigeria. Because I said the prayer warriors in Nigeria. Because why I said the prayer warriors?
But they are wait, praise. But they are protecting their interests. Could you imagine Kumoye went to Abuja to protest with what they call it, came with private jet and limousine.
So
that's the interest.
That's why the poor masses are the one. It's not about the elite, because we know that right now, if you go to Nigeria, you see what is happening. A lot of all these, most of these elite class, many of them, they have sent their kids, their families out of the country. They are no longer in Nigeria. So most of them are they are seeking what do you call that? Citizenship out of the country. So, and that's why if you go to Nigeria now, the most busiest place now is Nigeria Airport. People are jumping out every day.
Yeah, they're going every day.
People are going out.
Really?
Yeah. That is
the most busiest airport now is Nigeria Airport. People are leaving the country. People are migrating because there are rumors and everything that there's going to be war, there's going to be this, there's going to be that. So a lot of people, they even go to even ordinary Kenya, Nigeria, the population of Nigerians in Kenya now is uncountable. Go to Cotonou, Benin, you see Nigerians they are all over the place now. People are leaving the country, So believing that there's going to be war 2023. So and the rest people are still hustling. People are hustling for passport. People are hustling. That's why if you go to what do you call that, Ikoyi and everywhere, and all the whole, sometimes they will tell you there are no more booklets in Nigeria. There are no longer booklets. So people are even going outside the country to take passport from neighboring countries to live, because there is tension everywhere. So, but just like he said earlier, um, for sure there's going to be election, but it's going to be brutal, just like what he said. There will be election 2023, but it's going to be brutal. So heads will roll, heads will roll. And as he said earlier, Nigeria can't afford another civil war, because if that happens, it will take us, years, 50 years to survive it. And the Fulani people also are preparing seriously. They are really preparing seriously. I watched some documentary where these people, they are undergoing trainings in Chad. They were in Chad. They were training them in Chad with sophisticated weapons and everything. So all these things
No,
are all
it's chemical
preparation.
war these days.
So
Anyway.
all these things are preparation for 2023. But all we are praying for is unity, peace, and harmony. And I believe God doesn't sleep. And I believe also that God answers prayers. So whatever comes up, we will take it with good faith.
But
Anyway,
again,
thank you very much.
before we go further, even if the Igbo want to pull out or cut out from Nigeria or separate from Nigeria, my personal opinion to them, whoever leading them on this journey.
But you will be joining Igbo.
No, that's fine. But that's fine. But the issue is to negotiate on the referendum and properly decide a peaceful way of separation instead of brutal or rather civil war.
Yes.
That is it.
Anyway, before we go, let's just look at Buhari's 60th independent comment and maybe statement. Before we go, you guys should give me just 1 minute, 2 minutes, please.
Okay.
Let's just look at it and conclude. Okay. That's President Buhari. President Buhari said, I think he said, Nigeria is for all of us. Its unity is not negotiable, and its ultimate success can only be achieved if we come together with a common goal of having a peace and prosperity for our nation.
We shall continue.
Continue to say we shall continue to work on dialogue based on solution to address the legitimate grievances. But we remain ready to take this man keep using army term. You see, these are provocative words. The last one, Anyway, say, but we remain ready to take decisive action against any secessionist agitator and their sponsor who threaten our national security.
He's a military man, so that's what you expect.
I don't think. Listen,
and then he continue. It says, recent arrest of Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Adeyemi and the ongoing investigation being conducted have revealed certain high-profile financial behind these individuals. We are vigorously pursuing these financiers, including one identified as a serving member of the National Assembly. I think the lastly. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, lastly, okay, so this is clear example of our people, okay, abandoning their national leadership position for their selfish gain. Instead of preaching unity, they are funding and misleading our youth to conduct criminal acts that will sometimes lead to unfortunate and unnecessary loss of life and property. As the so-called leaders run abroad to hide and our innocent youth are misled and left in the streets to fight for their senseless and destructive cause by Nigerian president. Do you think that Buhari is making sense? The term he used.
I think the term he used there, as Prince just said before, is a military man. And military people, they will talk like a military people anyway. So, but again, that message there, those are the recent issue between the two leaders or the pro leader of those pro Nigeria, whatever, both nation and the Yorubas and the Oduduwa, the Oduduwa and the Igbo. So I mean that's the recent issue anyway. So they not tell you that the finance people behind those groups, they're member of the Assemblies of Nigeria, which is not telling you straight up. So it's not warning them you should not be doing it. So I mean, even in Australia, they can send such message anyway. So I don't think nothing wrong with that. That statement on his independent comment we regard it. But I think as a nation as well, it's tell you that we're united as well. We should come together as one. And we are divisible. And I think it's very fair statement from the president. And it's very also it's a former military man. So and I think not for me, I don't see anything wrong with that statement at all. But some people will use the same content that is abusive of my people. But again, it did not refer to Fulani S-men on that statement. That people going to say, oh, you don't talk about the Eastman's people, you don't talk about the kidnapping side of his side, you don't talk about the Boko Haram side, now I talk about my people. So this is what I talked before, that Nigeria is very divided nation. So you talk about my people, you talk about my race, you talk about my yes. So this is an issue. But again, as I said, you can take a different content, but that way you want to say. He never refer any of his messages toward the Fulanis, Ismail, whatever they call them.
Well, the thing there, what I want to say is the statement is quite clear. It's very obvious. Like we said, brother said here, he's a military man, and that is what you should expect from a military man. So the other thing here is we all know that in every government there is always a financer. So and every what do you call that agitations or whatever, there must be a financer. And I always say that the people behind whatever thing happening in Nigeria today are still people in the government sector.
That's
People
right.
people that are right there. So there are people like we give instance about what do you call that, Boko Haram. We find out that some of the financiers for Boko Haram are these ex-governors and ministers and all the rest of
They
them.
made it public by Saudi Arabia, but they do nothing.
They are sponsoring them. So at the end, there is nothing. So like he said, this is the message he's supposed to pass to Nigerians on 61 years. At 61 years, that's the message he's supposed to pass to Nigerians. What he's agitating for is unity and peace for the country. So, but there is no country all over the world, even in Australia, there is no country that will accept propaganda or division or whatever. No, on Independence Day, the president has every right to make such declarations or such statements, but we will understand it the way we want. We will pick the ones we like and throw the rest away, because this is human. This is human nature. You will pick the area that affects you, and the place you don't want, you just throw it away. Then people will translate it the way they want.
That's right.
So he's already passed his message. He has already passed his message, and that is fine and better. If Nigeria, if we have infrastructures and all the rest things that people are clamoring for, I don't think there will be a reason for war. I don't think there will be a reason for fighting each other. So if we have all those things that we need, the things that the masses need, I don't think there will be a problem. So if the government will be able to negotiate or maybe dialogue, just like our brother said here also, I said it earlier, I'm an Igbo man, and I don't support violence. If we will go on referendum and everything and things work out perfectly, you separate your pathways, fine and better. But at the moment that we have not yet done that, we are still one Nigeria. Everybody should join hands together and do what? Make Nigeria a better country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ahmed, for your time. I so much appreciate your time tonight. And thank you, Prince. And I hope, Ahmed, hopefully we can get to some other time, you know?
Oh, cool. Thanks, man.
Thanks, bro. That's good night, yeah. Thanks, Prince, for your time. And thanks very much for your input, Prince. I so much appreciate. Guys, you said, you know, we all heard what the president said. The people said, you know, one is, you know, accountability. If the policy of the country is working and people are being held accountable, the things may be changed. It doesn't matter even though you want your own country. Emmett actually said that even when you're talking about Biafra, you can actually have your Biafra if the Easterners or the millionaires can unite and begin to build factory, they can develop their own area, become very influential, that the government themselves may not be able to control them again. So I remember one of the programs, somebody said even the Easterners have already owned Nigeria, because anywhere you go, you find the Easterners, people of Biafra owning houses everywhere. So indirectly, they actually own Nigeria themselves. I think this is just a today message, and we hope Nigeria 60. We all agree that Nigeria 60 is a failure. Whatever I say that people need to celebrate, let them celebrate, the independence, let them celebrate. Prince said that we should celebrate the police, celebrate farmers that have helped supporting people. We just make those things happen, and I hope you enjoy tonight's program. Please, if you're watching at any time, share this program and take good care. Stay safe, and we thank Australian Prime Minister for giving us that good news that the border will be open probably November. It's a welcome news. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Lawube, future you. See.